Okay. Hi, hello. Second time's a charm. So I feel like every time I upload a video, I have to record it twice. Yay. Uh, if you are new here, thank you for watching. This is me doing characters based off of Cosmos characters. If you are not new, I'm sorry I was late. I was preparing for the cold because I am in a place where the power could have gone out because uh, well, I'm used to it getting cold and the power turning off. You can guess where I live. Uh, uh Center Point Liz. Uh, and I had a lot of plants to drag inside because my mom, I know I just blew out, lore purposes, but for lore purposes, my mom is a volcano dragon and has a lot of plants. And and a lot of her plants cannot survive the cold. So our living room is now filled with plants and the turtles and her bunny. She has a bunny. She also collects animals like I do. Um, but onto the actual drawing. Um, well, I can't say anything. I collected a baby crawfish and now it's sitting in a tank and it swims around and I'm like, hello. It's really cute. But I'm not going to show pictures because it looks like a weird little bug and I'm nice to people with bug phobia. Um, or at least that's what I was told. I don't think he looks like a weird little bug. But regardless, um, for this drawing, I decided blah, 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 blah. For this drawing, um, what I did is I would search up a trait. I already had a theme in my mind. I didn't do this blindly. I started out blindly, but then what I ended up choosing ended up making me make a decision. So this character is more of like a herbal witch character, other than she doesn't really have a hat because I didn't think it would fit her type of way of existing, and I came up with a story for her. Um, and I also came up with a time period. She is from the 1950s, but she dresses from a lot earlier in time because she's just like an eclectic person like that. Um, she she's so her parents found out that she was practicing witchcraft, and she was gonna get thrown into an arranged marriage with a pastor as a way to like force convert her, but instead she ended up running away, and she lost her foot because she stepped on a bear trap in the middle of the woods in the midst of running away, and she lives in a little cottage where she keeps on doing her little witchy stuff. And that's the whole deal. So basically, with this in mind, I wanted to give her all the witchy markings. So she has pointed ears because I was like, that's witchy. I just have a preference for pointed ears, but you know. She has freckles all over her body because that used to be considered like witch markings. Her hands are like marked, like they're burnt with fire magic, so they're like they're like soot fingers. That's what they called it in Reika. Um, oh, how I found Cosmos. I keep an eye on certain up and coming things that like come through my feed of wherever I'm looking. I saw Reika. I saw. I've been playing Reika. Great game, great game. It's an early access, so there's some things that are kind of rough around the edges, but other than that, great game. Go play it. There's Paralives. Hasn't come out yet. I'm counting down to the day it comes out. I'm so excited for Paralives. Um, what else? Oh, and Cosmos, obviously. But I've been watching this one for a while because ever since Pinterest became an AI hellhole, which my Pinterest isn't exactly like that, I ruined it on accident because I kept on looking up different types of Mikus, and now half of my feed is Muskiku, Godzilla Ku, Wolverine Ku. I can go on for a really long time. But that's most of my Pinterest feed. But I decided to try this because it's an alternative to Pinterest, and there actually is a lot more art on there than there once was when I first used it on a web browser. So I think that's cool, and the fact that Pinterest may or may not get uh, bought by OpenAI. you can't see the look on my face, and it looks like I'm smiling, but I'm making like an upset face because that's bad. And I don't want to give something ad revenue for, being basically a dim image thing. And if OpenAI did buy Pinterest, I'm not sure if it did or didn't yet, delete your account. If you posted anything on there, delete all the stuff you uploaded and delete your account immediately, because all it's gonna do is it's gonna just get stolen and eaten up, and nobody wants that. For the rendering for this character, I just did cell shading and then I blended it after I duplicated the flat colors. But yeah, this is Ruzicia. It means little rose in Russian. I think it's Russian. She's Russian. On to the second character. So I drew the first drawing, and then I finished the last drawing on Saturday after the homework questions and the plant moving and the animal moving, and it was a day. Saturday was a long day for me. But, and I took a miniature road trip, and I got to feed some chickens, and that's how I found the baby crawfish, was because me and my partner went to where their family has like a little piece of land, and we fed their chickens, and they had to go shut off the water. I went with them, and they were like, hey, why is this like covered in like, they were like, this is covered, like, they stuck their hand down in there and got covered in baby crawfish, and they were like, man, this sucks. And I was like, ooh, that's creepy. And they were like, no, let me show you. It's not as bad as you think it is. And then showed me what a baby crawfish looks like. Oh my God, they're so tiny and cute and baby-like. I cried when I saw it because it was literally the size of, like, it was smaller than my thumbnail. And I have baby hands, that's a lot, man. It was so tiny. Anyway, that's off topic. And I have all the stuff to take care of it, and so I'm saving it from the freeze. On to the actual character. So this character is more of a vibe character than an actual, like, I searched up every single aspect of her. And for this character, I wanted her to be based on, like, the essence of light. So, that's why that's part of the reason I made her albino. Or actually that's the entire reason. I wanted her to look like a star popped out of baby. And that to me is what albino people and animals look like to me. This is a compliment, by the way. It doesn't sound like a compliment, but it is a compliment. You look like a star, and you're just there. And that's really cool. But, so that's why. I also gave her the wings coming off of the back of her because she doesn't have a lot of like top weight and she has more bottom weight, which I did on purpose. She's supposed to look kind of uncanny. You'll see in the portrait because I actually achieved that better in the portrait. But the way I would describe her is a creature you find in the forest, and its eyes are a little too big. Its nose is a little too small and oddly shaped, like an animal nose. And their mouths are a little too small, like they barely speak or eat with them. Her shoulders are a little too slim. Her neck is a little too skinny and long. Her rib cage is a little bit too small. But her hips, even though she's very skinny, are a little too wide compared to the rest of her. Her legs are like supposed to be oddly long and skinny. I didn't achieve that as well as I should have. You know what I mean? She's supposed to look perfect, but too perfect, which is why I give her the name Astrid of Divine Beauty. Or not it means divine beauty. But that's what she's supposed to be. She's supposed to be a little too perfect. Like she came from not this world. She also has a third eye because third eyes are cool. That's all. There was nothing else other than I was like, that's cool. Her outfit is literally just that. I wanted her to be wrapped in cloth for like just her like being like humanoid outfit. Like when she turns out of her star baby form and she's not glowing, she just automatically like forms into this outfit, but she can wear other clothes, which is why she has like a naked base for me to like mess with, so I can give her other clothes, like more modern clothes, more old clothes. She's an ageless, timeless being. She's mute. She does have like emotions and things, like she's a person. But she's just a creature that's kind of looks like a human but isn't. She doesn't mean harm to humans. She just feeds off of like negative energy and their negative energy. So she tends to go to bad places and feeds off of the energy. She's like an energy vampire. But that also causes her to be a little weird and not act right because she's seen so many horrible things. But she feeds off of like anger and sadness. She feeds off of like the suffer. Like she doesn't take away suffering, but she purifies it. She also purifies like her feeding form, which is this glowing creature. It literally like pure. It's like it feeds off of angry spirits of animals and people. So she like the light like purifies them and she consumes them, and that's how she gets majority of her energy. But again, because she's around such horribleness, because she's constantly like feeding off of death, she's weird, and I love it because she's this freaky little weird baby, and I love it. But that's all I have to say for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so sorry this was late. Next video will not be late. I'm gonna try to upload a short. I'm not sure how to edit those, but I heard CapCut was a good place to start, because for some reason DaVinci refuses to make phone screen things, so I was going to try to edit it on my phone. We'll see how that goes. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, subscribe and leave a like. If you've already subscribed, leave a comment, a like, hype it up. I think that's a thing you can do. I heard another YouTuber say it, so I guess you can. What else? Comment, share, hype it up. Oh yeah, and also if you want to see these full drawings like in a better like view, go to my Blue Sky. I should have them posted on Blue Sky. I'm gonna remember this time, and I will have them. So it'll be on my Blue Sky, and I know probably my Discord server. Both of those links are in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.